Good morning, early birds. It's 4 a.m. Eastern Time and it's 10 o'clock in Amsterdam. Start of a brand new week on a Tuesday, of course, because yesterday we all had our free day and I hope you had a great weekend, everybody. A lot of people waiting and a lot of people looking at me right now. Oh, my camera is still something fuzzy, I think. Well, what happened is that I got a new software update on my firewall, and since that time, my firewall tells me your camera is off limits. So I'm trying something here. Well, you can see me, but what more important is that you can see this. My screens, because that's what you're all here for, and this is what's happening now in free markets. Just opened up. Let's see if we can see something. CE Gamer Energy is trying to get above that $1 mark here. Not quite there yet, but that's something always to watch here. Oops, what's happening here? ERNT here opened at $30 all the way up to 40. Now here 42, giving it back. IronNet cybersecurity there. I talked about cybersecurity. I talked about my software that did not allow me to use my camera. ENVB is just ripping a little bit, but giving it all back again. So IVRX is trying to get above that 370, and I think it just will happen as we watch. Having some troubles there. So some Jack X. Oh yeah, we looked at this one, trying to get above the $1 mark here, but giving it all away now. So Jack X can be something that you want to watch if you're into these small ones. If it gets above the $1 mark, then these small ones can really give you a play. I have to say, Futu is up again. So this is just what's happening now in pre-market here. This is the big rip up to $112 on 113 almost, I think. Yeah. And trying to get above that again. In order to enter something like this, what you really have to do is watch the 5 minutes. No, you don't have to do anything, but that's what I do. When I trade a pre-market, I don't do that anymore because I have the show going on and it's just a little bit too much to trade live and do the show, I think. But when I used to do this, then I looked at volume. That's big enough here, 36,000. It's a bigger stock, so you have to have some buying power to do this. But what I do when I trade something like this, I'm going to watch the 5 minutes. It's overextended right now, but that's always the case in pre-market in the very beginning. So what you want is something like this and then enter here above this level here. Because if it does not do that, then the trend of this Futu line will be something like this the rest of the day. I don't say that it will, but it surely is a possibility. Okay. How are you doing, the postman? Good morning. Bom dia from Portugal or Brazil. ERNT, SPRT. I think SPRT is on a watch list. Let's do the watch list. Let's look what's happening on the watch list. There are still some old friends here because, as I told you last week, sometimes you just keep on some stocks on there and watch them for a longer time. So I did that. So there's BBIG again, DD. Why not again? It's new. didn't trade it for a while, but going to look at that. MMAT, AMC, of course, because there really is some price action going on there that we can trade. NEO, SBRT, there we are, it is there, SBRT. Another Portuguese. Bonjour, Rabarandan. From Canada or France. SPRT, Space, NVIDIA. Why don't you? Hippo, Pricer, Reator, DPRO, and AQST. This was a special request from someone in chat. I don't know who. HUT. I look at HUT. This big spike up. What's this one here? I would say you are late to the party here, so I'm not going to step into this one here. So if you want to do something here, then do this on price action, because we looked at HUT here. It had to break this. It did eventually here, did again, and now this is semi-parabolic on a daily basis, but this is stepping in here is called late to the party, so I'm not stepping in there. Portugal, Postman, okay. But thanks for the heads up. Nihil K691, Nihil K698. Fubo, yeah. Looked at Fubo too. Also, I think a big spike up, wasn't it? Oh no, this is another one. Fubo, yeah. I'm gonna add it to the watch list. Fubo, why not? No, I'm not gonna create a price. No, I'm gonna add it to my favorites. So it's on the watch list. We're gonna talk about Fubo. Sophie. So, Wofi. Did you see? Watching. Sophie, yeah, well, it did, also a little bit late to the party here. This is, we were watching this, and I hope some of the swing traders got this one, because this was some kind of a start of a new wave to the upside after this. And this, you can call this a bottom also for swing traders, and then get in here at 15. If you did, then on Friday, then you had a field day, well-ish. And now this one, there are some levels here. This is no longer applicable because we wanted this to happen way back, and I only would be interested in this one above 1550, because then you know that there is continuation of this line to the upside here. Try to get there already. You see this in pre-market, so be aware that you trade this one only in strength. At least that's something that I would do. And if you want to trade this, then pre-market high break would be a nice strategy for this one. So, pre-market high break. You can't read that, can you? Kabunga. So how are we doing on likes, guys and girls? So did everybody go to the Beachroom Trading YouTube channel that we showed a few days ago? On was that Thursday? And if you didn't do it, then do it, and try to support Beachroom Trading. Why don't you? Nice content there. So subscribe to his channel, like his videos, and let's help each other, because all specs are hurting, Brendan. Yeah, for a while now, I think. Yeah, IRNT. I don't know what the story is here. really don't. There's some story going on here, but so we looked at this when opened all the way up to 40 and now giving it all back. So this was the post-market high. This is pre-market high. It's now $10 below its pre-market high. So be aware of this one. I only would buy this in strength when market opens here above the also a pre-market high break. You can also say this is pre-market, post-market high break. It's very close to each other. There's still $2 in there. Maybe. Oui, oui. Oui, oui. Oui, oui, oui. Oui. Good morning, all the wiser and better. Alexandria, Virginia. Is it really doing something there? Why not? Boeing, why don't you? Oops. What's this? I think this is a bad print, some kind of thing. I have to look into that one. Boeing. Okay, we looked at Boeing here at this point, and this is what we wanted way back on Boeing. It's my Dutch accent, I'm sorry. So this is what we wanted back then, above 243.01. Never did that. And we said 241 is the level here. Well, or is it? So let's erase those lines now and look at what's happening here. So it's now 200 here for some days now. Looking at the daily here. So for people watching this for the first time, 200 SME, 50 EME, 20 EME, 9 EME. And this 50 and 200 on a daily are big. And I also have these lines on a 1 minute and the 5 minutes, but then I'm mainly watching the 9 and the 20. What to say about this? Is this wedging here? Let's try it. Sometimes you just have to see if there's something going on, and these lines that you can draw in TC2000 are just, yeah, I'm reaching here, I think. I am reaching here. Yeah, not. Sometimes you have to draw those lines and then say, okay, it's not what I thought it would be. So it's not strong right now. 100s, 900s, 20, 100s, 50, 100s, 200s. Is there some kind of support here to the downside? Well, then if it is, then these have to be here, these 216-ish, little lower maybe, 215.19. This is a difficult one. So if you want to try something like this, then I would do, this is not an exact level here, this is a line. Yeah, this is a line, but it's not an exact level here because it's trying to find some kind of bottom here, but it's difficult one to trade Boeing. I would stay off it if it gets under this, well, let's say 215.80 level, because then this 210 is the first support that you have here. So No, I would only buy this one in strength, so not for today, I think. But well, it can move $4.80. So if it gets no, I would trade it today. Sorry, no, not sorry. That's great advice. So let's see what is. Beachbound trade ask if you have here. Be sure that you give the correct answer. For that. Yeah, you can short it, but it really tries to hold on here. It's some more careful here. Yes, this is just well, more or less, it's just sitting here on any time frame. It falls down like this here, and then sits here for a while. And I do understand why you think, okay, something like this is likely to happen. But I would like some confirmation on this one if you want to short this one. Good morning, Mohammed. Clover doing something. Really? Okay. Clover is doing something. It has to do something if you look at this chart. Because it's looks like it's trying to find some kind of support on at 50. So I'm just gonna look this one up because and if they're talking about it and you want to know why. Short float is 15%. So this is just a little jump here to 924. You need this 9 here and this 892 to hold. And if you want a short squeeze, then this has to happen here. Now this is 924. This is the pre-market high, so it would be some kind of a short squeeze on the pre-market high break. Note to myself. I'm going to set an alert here and see what it does. Just wait and see. So on the left-hand side of my screen, I hope you can all see that. For the latecomers, that's my watch list right now. BBG, DD, MAT, AMC, NEO, SPRT, Space, NVIDIA, Hypo, Pfizer, Aether, again, Fubo, we just put on that DBRO and AQST. BTCM. BTCM. That's big of short floats. Yeah. Well, if Clough is a short squeeze possible, then BTCM might be something that you want to watch also. That's a good call, mister. You can have some confidence here because it's now also not only trading nicely to the upside, but also trying to hold now this 200 here. So you have a line in the sand somewhere. It's trading $1 above it right now. So it's not really something you can use as a day trader right now. But maybe you just can do this post-market close 1183. You can also use these highs here. So can you or can't you? Yeah, there's something going on here. So you also want to trade this one as a pre-market high break. At least if I'm gonna do this, then I want this to this is normally an ugly wick that you don't want to see if you want to go long. So you want to see strength here and see that this ugly wick here gets eaten away. That's what I would think. This is triple top. So 1280 needs to break on BTC, and that could be a nice setup. 1238 is a level, 1186 is a level, and then if this 1280-ish breaks, then this can be played all the way to 1414, maybe all the way to 1478, eating this ugly wick away. So nice, a lot of reactions in the chat. That's great. Are you or just asking me anything? Oops. NASCAR all out. NASCAR all out. Are you also a fan of Formula One? Because we had a great race here in the Netherlands, New Amsterdam, this weekend. Maybe someone can answer your question here. I don't not exactly know what you mean here. Thanks for that, NCA. QST bringing us you in this one, Susan Burns. Well, yeah. Well. I can see what you're saying here. Yep, I see what you mean, Susan. So, but there's something else going on, and that is this here. So this you can also look at this very simple. These highs here are at 480. It's now trading with a big range here, as you can see, and that's probably because there's no volume now. There isn't. So there needs to be volume, but 476-ish is definitely the level that you want to see here. And it's now trading. It's not trading really, but this is the range here, 462, 493. That's silliness, of course. So something like this can also happen for 1, 2, or 3 days, although it's now just sitting here for a while. So anything above 476 like this would be a trade, and then there is a lot of blue sky to the upsides. So certainly something that's tradable, AQST. I deserve a vacation. No, I wasn't traveling. We had a long weekend. That's it. We had a long weekend. That's it. No vacation for me. So, if you want to know what I'm doing all day long, and I'm not sure if I even can remember what I did on Friday. I think we had a nice day, but it felt like years ago. Isn't that strange sometimes? Isn't that funny? What did we do on Friday? What did we do on Friday? What did we? Not a lot, I think, because well, Friday is Friday. So if you're liking this, then also hit a thumbs up, hit a like. If you're watching this not live but later, then be sure that you like it too, because I know a lot of people like this or watch this later. And oh yeah, oh yeah. We my Twitter account coming in there. to make it. This was the play of the day, I think. If you got out, so they don't always has. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of. This is just something that you want to trade here. I did not trade it. We gave you this level 40 here and 41. If you got in here, then you might just. Sometimes you have to give it some room so it falls down. It sits here for a while and then gets under here, and then you think, okay, this is it. The 40 level was not a real level. Bosch was not right, but look what it did after it broke that level. So there is sometimes you have to look a little bit closer, do a little bit of close reading in order to get into something like this. And I did not. And I missed it because we traded MMAT. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can see what I'm doing all day long, trading wise. That is. And this level that we gave you broke here after 1 minute, even with a confirmation candle, and 579, and got out early, and so not at the top here, or I got out when I got my 50-cent win here, I think around 625 to the upside. So I sold it too early, but I sold it at my target price, and it was. I think I even not really remember what it was. So yeah, I want to see what, and I'm giving you some other information like BBIG halted and what you should or could do then. So this is what I tweet out all day long. And if you want to see what's that all about, then hit that handle under this video, and you can just follow me. Let's see what I'm doing. Thank you for that. Yeah, the beach matters also. Yeah. You're not in a day trading space yet, Bruce. So what are you trading, or are you practicing? So let's do the watch list. It's a half hour into the show already. Kabunga. And let's look at what's going on here. We will do this watch list. And after this watch list, guys and girls, listen up. After this watch list, I will do some more tickets, but I'm going to do it after the watch list. So it's now 10:30. I'm going to do this big watch list. 15 items are here. So no time to waste. BBIG. Why don't you? Why don't you? So this is for people with bad sides. It is a price action play, and it still is for BBIG because, if you look at this is just all craziness. And if you don't know how to trade on price action, don't trade it. If you do know it, then trade it on price action. I did an explanatory video on price action a few weeks back, so maybe I can post another one somewhere next week or something. So this is Didi. I haven't looked at Didi for a while. We looked at this one here after it opened, and that was not a good story for some time. So then took my hands off it, and now are we or are we not seeing the resurrection of Didi here? I'm not sure. 717 seems something that was a buying opportunity for a lot of people. Then this happened, sits here for a while, now up again. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Yeah, it's really trying. So if I had anything to say here, then just look at this pre-market price here. It's a scalp really if you want to trade something like this. So 942 as the pre-market high break. And if the pre-market high changes during the day, maybe it gets to 960 even. So during pre-market high can change, of course. So what you want to do is pre-market high, but check that before you go into market open. So pre-market high, breakout trades. Thank you there for that, Bruce. Hi, David. Bugai. Hi, Bupai, Kaki. I'm gonna do the tickers in. I'm gonna do the tickers in after this watch list. So do the watch list first, and then do the tickers. So the other tickers. So this was DD Premier high breakout trade. That's what you need here. MMAT. Above 580 will be my in here for MMAT. So 579. So I only am interested in strength here. So I want to trade this one to the upside, 579. Maybe there is the postman who's also here at in the chat is also in my front. Sorry about that. That's something that no, it didn't froze. I am. That was the postman who knocked twice. So this is MMAT. MMAT is above 579. That's the only level that I'm interested in this one. So AMC. AMC finally something doing that we can appreciate if you want to, but maybe that we can understand. So this is what I told you on Thursday or Friday. Can do something like this, and it did. I'm not only always right, I'm only 50% of times I'm right, guys and girls. So if you want to trade like me, then be sure that you are also 50 times of the time right when you step into a trade. I'm a little above that. I showed you my stats a few weeks ago, or was it months? I think it was the July stats or the June stats. I don't remember that. So these highs here are now 44.90, 44.80, 44.80. So this 44.19 is really something that you want to watch here. So after a lot of craziness in AMC, and this was the craziest day, of course, we all remember that. It did something similar like that again here. And now it's really starting to look like a stock that's trading accordingly to what we are used to. And that's because, no, and that's why I'm in this, I'm interested in this one again. So this is something that I want to see here. And can just stay above this 44.90 level, but if something like this happens, then I'm interested in this. Only to the long side, only the break above 44.90 for AMC. Neo, why don't you? Neo, Neo, Neo. Oh, Neo. Really? You could have traded it here. We could have traded here. I did not. And why is that, you might ask? Because sometimes you're into another stock at that moment and you're trading it with all the buying power that you have, which I do sometimes. And then you're not interested in anything else. Mostly on Friday, I just do a variation of what I normally do. As you all know, I'm trading with risk units. I did an explanatory video on that also, but sometimes on Fridays I'm just going to go all in because the volatility on Friday is usually not that great. So now for Neo, we want something about 41.15. And but Neo is a stock that can trade up like this and then falls down during market open. Can fall back all the way to 432-ish sometimes. So there are two possibilities here. You can do the pre-market high breakout trades, and you can do the reversal long. And then for that to happen, this I'm going to use this post-market close price as a level. And then maybe if it breaks that, then you can also use the post-market low as this 4018 as a level. So the levels for Neo are 4018, 4032, and the breakout level now is 14115. If that changes during pre-market, then you really have to adjust this up one. But Neo has this tendency of doing something like this during opening. And if it does that, then I'm interested. So it falls down and then claims support here or here, and then you can trade it back to the upside. If it just sits here for a while, can do something like this. This is called price discovery. If it just sits here for a while and doesn't know where to go, not going up, not going down, then you also might watch this one and then set this alert here at 41.15 for now. If it changes during the open, pre-market, then you have to really make sure that that you change this level. No, I did not froze. What will happen if the queen dies? Is that a chess reference or SPRT? Queen dies, and you still have a chance of winning. Uh, SPRT, this should scare the living daylights out of you if you see something like this. That's why I told you here traders and price action, but look, it came all the way from this 60 to 22. So I would only day trade something like this because this is just craziness, isn't it? So the question you really need to ask yourself here, it's still above all, it's moving averages because, well, that's just because this big move here. So the moving averages here are not really that reliable. I think what you want to see here is this the end of this downward trend? I don't know. You can see all kinds of stuff here. You can also put your Fibonacci tools out and say, okay, this is if it's going to retrace, then you. But as a day trader, I showed you on several occasions what can happen using Fibonacci. But now I just want to watch this one just sit here for a while. Bim, 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 bim. So it can move $7. That's also because of the big move, of course. So if you want to see something here, then you might want to see some kind of nice bounce taking going on here, and 2120 and 2197 are support levels for me. And then to the upside, 2280 has to break. So few ways of playing this, waiting for support and confirmation of support, and then to the upside, or do the breakout trade towards 2275. But yeah, you can do that. There's 50 cents in there somewhere. I usually don't watch the news at all because it messes with my mind. If it's concerning stocks, of course. And so this is space. Did it find something here? Did it find some kind of way of a bottom here that you can use as a support? Well, maybe. So the whole point here of day trading, and if you're day trading or investing or swing trading, then if you're day trading, you look at technicals, and also you're also watching the news if something big is going on and you're long in some stocks, then you might want to get out if it's going to be a shock worldwide. But normally the news is can be interesting, but I want to look at technicals, and if the technicals break here, and if it's due to news or some big guy stepping in, then it's all right with me. But I found it very difficult to keep track of both. I did that for a while, but now I don't do that anymore, and it's giving me a lot of peace. So this is open here. It's trying to. So this is the post-market close is 24.36 and the post-market high here is 24.50, 24.45. This is pre-market open, so it tries to fill the gap now to post-market close, and I'm only interested in this if it's staying strong here at 24.45 for a breakout trade. Then there's not a lot of room, just enough. No, not enough. Where's the 60 coming from? Just hold on for a minute. Sometimes there are lines here which are now long. No, this is not long, no longer level. So yeah, you can trade this above 24.55, 50 cents to the upside, 25, or as a reversal long break play, and then 24 is your level. 23.85 might also be some kind of support. Then Nvidia. This is Nvidia. And I did not play this, and I should have. I hope that somebody snatched this one here. This is what happened here on Friday. This is what happened. This is what we wanted to do. Did not go all the way. That would be no, that could have just could have happened here, but it found some kind of resistance here, so it has to break this high here. Now for Nvidia, but you also might want to consider going in here at this 229.86, and if you're just a little bit, if it's a little bit sketchy for you, then 230.61 is something that also is something that you might want to consider. It is overbought right now. But, so look at this. This is the 9 EMA, this one here, and this is what it did in the first time that it really rocketed to the upside here from 10 points. You need 10 points on a $200 stock. Just tipped its 9 EMA and then off to the races. So that's something that you want to see right now again. So overbought means nothing if you know the history of a stock. So this is what we're looking for now. Again, a big bump to the upside, and why not the whole 9 yards. So the levels I just gave you 229.86, 230.61 if you want to trade Nvidia. Somebody called out Hippo, and this is looking nice. So this is, if this is going to be a double top here on a daily, then it's a big sign that this is the level that it will not get above. But this, I know that you see this nice ball here. So a break above 584 or a break above 6 is it's my dog talking to the other dog. She looks dangerous, doesn't she? Sounds dangerous. Het is goed. So you really want to see something like this happening here. Ooh, did you see that? I don't want to go there. So hypo 584.60. No, I'm not gonna edit this. I'm gonna set an alert here at 584. Is this, if it's not breaking here, then I just might wanna stay here for a while. And but after this big drop down and this big day that it had on Friday, then this is what you want to see. Pfizer. Yeah, David Porter. I'm doing all. This is all me. Okay. What? David Porter says, Are you talking to me?" So this is Pfizer, and Pfizer is was struggling. This was, of course, after the news that you need a third shot or something. Then the hype cooled down a little bit, and now it's just here around the levels that you might want to trade this one. So these two highs here are definitely something that you want to see breaking. It's now trading around that 46.90 level, so 47.17. I'm gonna buy this in strength and nothing else. So 47.17 is something that you wanna trade. People are asking me, why don't you short stocks if if it's long does not work? Well, I'm not the best short player in the world, and sometimes it's just nice to. Sometimes you hear even saying, "I'm going to do the reversal long. I'm going to do the pre-market high break. I'm waiting for the VWAP bounce." Sometimes so nice if I'm just 10 minutes before open and I'm gonna look at all these stocks again and I just know what to do. Oh no, okay, price is my long. Okay, this is my short. This is the reversal trade, and not two or three or five strategies on one stock. I just want to play this to the long side, and if it does not do that, I'm not going to play it. So that's my take on trading. So this is something that you. This is something that you want to see all the time on my screen. Be careful. Be careful, of course. But now, this is what we said when it's just set here on this, and when it fell down here, it stayed at this level here, 550. Now we're trying to get above 590 again, so you want to see something like this. But this is something really that scares me, and you need strength here in order to be confident about this. So I really want to do this to the long side, and that's the only thing that I want to do on this one. Ether. This is now something that it's a smaller stock. It's now above the high of Friday. Gave a little back here on just above it. Just so pre-market high break trading for me. Also this one. So pre-market high breakout. Fubo TV. We looked at this one here at 24-ish. No, we didn't look at it. This is really something that needs to hold here. So, finally, we want to see some consistency here. So it needs to stay above 29.36. That's support, and to the upside 13.97. That's not something that you want to. Now this, I'm gonna just put in this one level here, 29.90, 29.36 here is the level that you want to see as support, and then I'm gonna play the reversal long on this one. Fubo. DPRO. There's only one thing that I want to see here, and that is a second day runner. So this is what I want to see. And this is why. Let's see what it does pre-market. Yeah, well, there's no volume pre-market, so this is. I just want to see this for 412 breaking, and then I'm want to get into this one. And AQST, we looked at this one at the beginning. Whoopie, Kaki, we just did all big watch lists, so I don't know what you're doing with these were all good stocks to buy or to sell today at the levels that we talked to you about. And I'm a day trader, so I'm not an investor. I'm a day trader. I'm a day trader. I'm a day trader. If you want to see what I'm doing all day long, be sure that you follow me on Twitter, and then you know. And nobody is putting a one into the chat, so I think that's a clear message. So look at this here. Two tickets. So if anyone put it or not get to it, then should. I am waiting. Just watching what's going on now in the pre-market. Gamer Energy is trying to get above the $1. If it gets there and you're into the small ones, then you can trade it. MTL. I also want to do a pre-market high breakout here for 75. So no tickers. No tickers. Beta, of course. Ada, what's Ada? I don't have the ticker name Ada. I'm sorry. Oh, crypto. Yeah. This is not a crypto show, David. I'm not buying crypto, and it's the one thing that why I don't do that. I don't understand it. So So this is not a crypto show. We have crypto shows on Benzinga, and I don't know where they're at right now, but there are crypto shows here. So yeah, good morning, Mark. Mark puts in the ticker. So not a lot of questions for tickers right now. So IMPL is the one that I'm doing, and then well, it's the day for today. Impel, Neuropharma, Biotech. Yeah, that's really something. Oh, 11. This is very low float at 12 million shares, so it can very easily be manipulated. So cannot trade this on levels because, well, it does not apply. Levels are not applicable here. Do you say it that way? Okay. So if you don't want to do this, then trade it on price action. Thank you, Walt. You're getting this. Yeah, Ellie, we talked about Neo in this show. It's on our watch list, so you can scroll back and we started the watch list at 10:30 is. So thanks everybody for watching this. Thanks everybody for watching the early bit show. I'll be back tomorrow. That's 4 a.m. Eastern time. If you like this and you're watching this not at 4 a.m. but later, and you might think, well, I'm not gonna hit the like button, but you should push the like, push the subscribe. Get those likes higher than we had last weeks. So much appreciate that. So positive show back here on tomorrow. Sorry, 4 a.m. If you want to do what I'm doing, if you know what I'm doing all day, look under this video because there is a handle for my Twitter feed, and you can see what I am doing day long. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. And see you guys all soon. Bye.